Counted all the gold in our new home. Now we can buy a ship to sail to our old
Like
one.
someone may have recognized that they weren't seeing a situation clearly in the past, but they did get some clarity that is allowing them to see and connect more deeply with what their thoughts are. So I feel as if, um, first of all, I feel like this person may have been listening to others and not really tuning into their intuition about what it was that they needed in their family life or what would give them the ultimate happiness. And they were kind of trying to juggle other people's opinions as well as their opinions in order to keep themselves happy. So I'm getting that in a lot of these readings. A lot of it is, I feel like, social pressure to show up a certain way. And I feel like that's really important with this full moon because, um, I'm not an astrologer, but I like to follow a lot of that. And, a lot of the planets are direct. Like we don't have any retrogrades. We don't have um, too many of these kinds of things happening that have been causing a lot of issues the past few years, which a lot of people have gone through a lot of, having transformative, chaotic moments and kind of things coming down to the ground. And now, like right now, we're in a phoenix moment where you can kind of move forward and walk away from all the destruction and the things that kind of fell apart, the things that you thought would work out that didn't, or the hopes and failures and things like that. But it feels like a lot of what's keeping people in place here are social expectations and pressures to continue to do the same thing that you've been doing that was not serving you, that that doesn't serve you, that you have already you've seen it, like you've been given the evidence, all the receipts for why people have shown their faces, their true colors, who they are, what they're about, and the only thing that has in these readings so far that's keeping people kind of stuck is, well, I think that other people want me to do this. And I'm really feeling, just honestly, just intuitively, I didn't pull a card for this, that if you stay in the spot that you're at and you allow yourself to be pulled into a direction that is not in alignment with what it is that you really want, it may be much more difficult later to backtrack or, bust a U-turn and try to do something different. Because right now it's kind of like an opening, this portal that's open so that you can move forward and take everything that you've learned, everything that you've experienced up to this point. And really, if things were in a state of ruin and you're kind of like left reeling, like the towers have already collapsed. They've already kind of come down. And it was like a mercy from the universe to help us get to a space that will prevent a larger tower later. Because I pick up like there's another tower that's going to hit, and it's almost, I'm picking up like a controlled demolition. So it's like a massive tower. One part's come down, another part's going to come down, and it's like not all the way down at once. It's just like parts, instead of just allowing the whole thing to collapse. Like that would be very like merciless of the universe to do that. And it's not to say that that hasn't happened in the past or that it wouldn't, but it's, I'm grateful that that didn't happen that way. That it's, if you look at how things are moving and you watch these cycles, it's like bit by bit by bit, and you have opportunities to get out of the tower, rearrange yourself, realign yourself so that you can better weather when things hit. So holding on because you feel that other people want you to, and it's not really in alignment with you, you have to ask yourself, when these other parts of this tower come down, are these people going to be supportive of me? Am I going to want to be stuck in this tower with them? Is this the crew and the tribe and my truth about where I want to be? And that goes for both sides of the situation. If you're cross watching and you find yourself on the other side and you see that someone is feeling this way about you, or they might be, you pick up intuitively that it's resonating for you. And I would say to ask yourself, do I deserve to be second guessed and thought of in this manner? Or how do I view myself? Is this in alignment for me? What's my truth? All right. And see if you can find like, it might be you might have to be the person that makes a move to go into a certain direction. Um, and not all of these are relationships, but this is, I'm getting that strongly that these are relationship situations here. Okay. So, okay, in this situation here, I have a person who is, what they want to do is they want to not sow. They don't want to give to a situation. Again, this is energy, time. This could also be financial resources. And I feel like it could be because this person may have suffered some loss or they don't have as much as they did before. And so, what they would hope is to not put so much out. I'm seeing here that, you know, they're having issues kind of balancing out emotionally how they feel about that. This could also be a person who, just honestly, it could be a person who did have a lot, but might have been using the resources they had as a way to kind of control others. And so, what they want to do is to not give out because they don't want to be fair, because they want to take action in other directions. They want to take what they have and go elsewhere with it. Okay. And with this Ace of Swords here at the root, it's talking about, this is a truth, a clarity, um, that this person has either realized about themselves or the situation in general. All right. And depending on where you fall in this situation, you know, I feel like this is a sense that it's kind of understood on both sides here. Okay. With the sun in reverse here, I feel like this is like, and I don't want to say delusional because that kind of makes it sound like you're saying, oh, someone is delusional, but deluding the self. It could be on either side of this. It could be a person that's not being honest with themselves about how they're feeling in a situation, or another person that's not being honest with themselves about what they're picking up and what the situation is that they are in. So, the environment here, what's going on around is there's some injustice and a need to end a cycle. Okay. I feel like a cycle has been completed. And for the sake of, I feel like everyone's learned what they're supposed to learn here. And for the sake of moving forward with, positive karma and good vibes, and I guess it's not so much karma, but it's like the butterfly effect of what you do and how it impacts your life moving forward. Um, it would be important to kind of move into a situation that's not going to be an injustice. I feel like right now the situation is, it's not balanced. Again, with the temperance here in reverse, it's imbalance. It's not fair. It's not really just. And I feel like it has to do with, resources that someone had that they don't really um, want to pour into something anymore. They want to take what they have and kind of move forward. Um, in the environment here, again, I feel like it's kind of juggling the ideas and beliefs of others about what constitutes this 10 of Cups energy. So this could have been a 10 of Cups energy prior, but now that it's really not, I feel like that it has to do with finances here, that because of that, what's happening is you have individuals kind of trying to see, well, is it more important to get the social approval or to have, finances and feel a certain way because of what I own resource wise. Um, just kind of weighing up. I feel like weighing up options. Somebody could be literally weighing up options about what they would like to do moving forward. Um, Messages. I feel like this could be someone also trying to decide how they would deliver this message to someone that they are considering doing something different. All right. I feel like with this priestess in reverse, the high priestess, that this is speaking to ultimately this secret thing that this person has that they're kind of hiding, that they kind of want to take the money and run on either side, that's going to come out. I feel like it's, at the root is something that's kind of hidden. This could be an idea that someone is having, but they're just not sure how people are going to take it. Um, I would say with this, before I even pull an oracle card, you know, just from a perspective of trying to be fair to everyone involved, because there's a lot of like imbalance and injustice here on this table, is to just ask yourself, wherever you fall in this situation, if you're the person trying to take the money and run, or if you're the person who's seeing that somebody is feeling that way about you, say like, do I deserve this? What can I do right now that's going to be honoring of who I am outside of whatever finances or whatever you feel like you don't have or that you do have that you're trying to protect? Because, what I always say here is that the finances are just the fiat currency that are reflective of your energy and your soul energy and who you are and how you value yourself. And the way people use this is as a projection and an expression of who they are so that they can show what they value and get things that bring value to them. If there's an individual who is trying to take money and run, ask yourself, am I worth that for someone to feel as if they're going to withdraw energy from me? Is that going to be acceptable to me? And if it's not, how can I move forward in a way that is honoring of who I am and what I feel my worth is, and disconnect and reconnect with situations and environments that are going to honor and sustain who I am and help me to sustain who I am because I am honoring myself. Okay. Let's get an oracle card of advice here. We have the white owl. So, it says the wisdom and messages of the divine are within you. Okay. So, like we were just saying, I feel like it's important to ask yourself, whatever side you are on this, is, what is this saying to me about my energy and my time and the worth that and the value that I put on myself? And what do I need to do to move past this situation and to rise anew into circumstances that are going to be more fulfilling and more reflective of my personal worth that I give myself? And who's going to reflect that back to me? All right, we have here the donations, tithing, and charitable work. Okay, so this is saying give joyfully to people who spiritually support and inspire you. So again, this is about withdrawing your energy and your person from situations that are not honoring of you, that are not really valuing you. If you're a person that's putting your energy and time into things or people or situations that you don't value, this also applies. Give to the things that you care for, and that means something to you and that you actually support, that you actually connect with. And likewise, try to connect with people who are giving to you because they really support you. Um, and they're giving joyfully. I feel like that's the key word, is joyfully doing so, not because, oh, well, I just have to. And sometimes you have to, like, let's be real, like if you're getting like child support or whatever, like not too many people are going to joyfully give that over, but you still get it because you need it, and let's be real, you're entitled to it and you need it to care for children or whatever the case. But this more so is, as I feel like this is talking about like an active exchange of relationship energy where you're with someone who is supposed to be joyfully giving to you and they're not. And it's more so about the energy and time that you put in attaching yourself to this individual or this situation, because it doesn't have to be a relationship. This could also be, like I said, a job or otherwise. Ooh, my favorite card, protected by angels. Okay. You are cherished by the angels. With this temperance card in reverse here, that being the conflict, like an imbalance of emotion, the angels are very much in that realm also. Um, that can trigger, your angels, your guides to come in and help you get the strength that you need to move forward into a space that's going to better support your emotional well-being. And it's not just for the person who's on the other side of this, but for the person who's feeling like they need to even cut and run. Because if you don't feel a sense of peace, then you too, you need help with transitioning out of this. And this energy is here to help with that, to help you get into a space energetically, and vibrationally, that will help your emotional body to be healthier, because the way that you feel is going to impact other people and so on and so forth. So, that's their work. Okay. So let's do a light card. Messages from the light. Oh, I feel confident. All right. Yeah. So the thing that pops out to me about this card is that this woman is underwater and she's got bubbles coming out and she's got like orange eye makeup, but it's streaming down. It's almost like tears. And she's underwater and it's like bubbles coming out. So I feel as if like a person could be trying to speak and express who they are and what they feel, but feeling like it's falling on deaf ears or like they're trying to talk underwater or breathe underwater. They could be feeling like they're drowning in a situation, so they're not being heard. They could feel as if they are just like there's so many emotions going on that they can't express clearly, but they're like kind of crying and not able to express this. With this temperance here in reverse, and we just got done talking about the emotional realms and the angels that are stepping in to kind of help. I feel like this could be happening on either side, that the emotions are so high. There's such a sense of dissatisfaction that, it's not coming from an intent to hurt. It's just like, well, how else do you express? Like, I'm so overwhelmed with my emotions. I don't know what else to do, not knowing how to fairly get a situation done with, and you just want to get away from the pain because you can't express that. And so it feels like all you can do is cut and run, which may cause more stress in the long run, even though it gives some relief from being in that situation. Just to try to get out of that uncomfortable space. But what I really am picking up with this is that it's so important to connect and be in your truth and try to be fair, not to be like the King of Pentacles in reverse that's kind of abusive with what you own and the resources that you have, and you're not fair with it, but be fair and allow people to move forward in a dignified way. And that actually creates energy where it makes it easier for people to move forward if they're not worried about these resources and things like that. All right.